Community housing providers are amazing partners because they can offer flexibility, understanding, and agility.
We heard a lot in the plenary this morning about the need to scale up community housing. We need to more than double the supply of community housing. We can't do that by ourselves. So we need to work together collaboratively. We also need to leverage the capacity of the private sector, and there are folks who are willing to do that.
There's not a week that goes by that a developer isn't calling me and offering a building that was intended to be condos to now be considered for non-market housing. And so I'm having weekly, daily conversations with developers and contractors that are looking to the non-market housing sector as potential opportunity for their sites. So that's a new landscape for us.
I don't think they should be hesitant in exploring any of the ideas that are brought to them from the private sector. And the reason for that is because there might be opportunities that the private sector might be able to unlock that they might not be able to. Everyone comes with their own sort of set of tools and expertise, and I think bringing the expertise together is the only way to solve the problem, and collaboration.
And I was actually a part of a session earlier today where we have been able to work with the health sector, particularly Baycrest and Ontario Health and other community providers to better serve the tenants in 5 of Toronto seniors housing buildings in West Toronto. And just an example of a positive outcome is that with that partnership with those health services being more accessible to our tenants, the hospitals in the areas have seen a 15% decrease in inpatient and admission days. So there is positive for the health system, and then also the positive for our tenants because they're not transferring and moving across the system as it relates to obtaining health care.
And so what's changing at ONFA is that we're not just talking to each other as the community housing sector, but we're actually broadening our perspective. And that means talking to other sector associations, talking to developers and the private sector, and figuring out where we have strength together in those areas that there are commonalities. I call it finding the golden thread. And so that is what's happening. We're taking a broader perspective, finding new friends, figuring out where the golden thread is, and working together for bigger impact.
My advice is to reach out, right? I mean, come to organizations like this. ONFA is a great place that's bringing people together to think about how you can partner with different organizations that provide a wide breadth of services within community housing. Talk to others that are doing it, right? Lots of housing providers already have great partnerships in place. We don't need to have a monopoly on it. We're happy to share. There's lots of opportunities to create better partnerships moving forward.